feel well rested. Well rested. Well rested. How was your pool party? Okay, you gotta get off the treadmill because, Anthony, like, you have no fucking idea. It's just not. I ain't here. You know what I mean? I'm here, but I ain't here. I'm here, but I ain't. I ain't, but I'm here. I ain't here, but I am. Fuck me. Oh, I got some fun shit to talk about. Aside from my book. Thank you to everybody. Hi, Newfoundland. Thank you to everybody who's reported this stupid person on my book review. Haven't seen you in a while. Anthony's still here, yo. Anthony's here. Morning. Good fucking morning. It's Monday. Monday always feels blah, you know? Blah. Fucking Monday, you know? One of those. So we're gonna try. You bought my new book? Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you. I'm trying to see, I don't know. I hope people bought it. It's good. If you're grieving, you should buy it. I appreciate all the purchases or future purchases because we are here to push it and to make it successful. You know, if you guys buy it, it puts us, you know, on the Amazon link, you know, and then maybe one day somebody will see it. So you have the power. I don't. We only write it. Thanks, folks. The swim party was good. Even if you don't read, just buy it to support because I'm a badass bee. And so is Christy. You know what I mean? Good morning, everybody. I will wait. I smell diarrheas. Oh, there's diarrhea. Somebody just diarrheaed in the litter box. Oh, shit. Ugh. Hold on, I can't. There's no way. Who did that? Y'all. Shit. We can't have this shit while I'm running. I just started. Can't be doing this shit. Is that you, Memes? No diarrhea. Wasn't diarrhea, it was just a stinky ass shit and I didn't cover it. Ugh. Yeah, that's not the aroma I want. Oh, my things. No, that's not the aroma I'm looking for, just FYI. We ain't looking for diarrhea smell. Shit. Yes, it stinks that bad, Nene. I just smelled it. I knew there was shit. Oh. Stinky shit. Who has the stinky shit? Who was it? It wasn't Winston, because he's... God dang. Anyway, let's wait for more people to come in, because you guys are going to love this. We're just talking about shit. We're just talking about people emailing, right? Oh. This time I have a name, because she emailed me, and then all of a sudden Dan's like, what did you do? I'm like, what now? I said, this doesn't happen to be Linda Blank, does it? And he said, yes, it is. She started attacking me for saying something about Hayden Panettiere. I didn't say anything like she thought I said. And then she started attacking me. She said, all I talk about is penises and vaginas and my worthless husband. And she said my words. Have I ever said Dan was worthless? I don't think those were my words, ever. I think I would have ever called Dan worthless. So when you quote me, make sure they're actually my words quoted. And anyway, she told me to shut the fuck up, and told me that I don't help people and that it doesn't matter. Now that I'm counseling, I'm a bore. And I'm stupid and I can't pretty much, I'm an idiot, whatever. Shut the fuck up. You don't help people, blah, blah, blah. So thank you, Linda. Thank you, Linda, for your beautiful message I got last night at 8:30. Then come to find out that Dan got a message. He said, what did you say? I said, about what? He said about assisted suicide. And I'm trying to be, I said, with my mom and Ed? He said, yes. What did you say? And of course, I can only imagine what she wrote him. So she was just saying, and your wife saying your dad, you know, her mother. And again, when you're quoting me, make sure it's the accuracy, you know? Can you imagine taking the time to call somebody basically a bitch, and then shortly thereafter emailing her husband and tattling on her husband using verbiage, and this is what people do. This is what people do. People like totally twist the things I say, right? And tell Dan, like, is it the theme? Yes. But again, don't twist my narrative. And what are you doing? And why? Why is this, you know, that shows obsession. That shows weirdness, Linda. Linda, like, if you don't like me, why be here? And obviously, you were here for several days in a row all week because you pointed out things that I talked about sporadically. Y'all fucking weird behavior. I have your email. I have your IP address. I have these things. Like, grow the fuck up and stop watching me. Remember tap, 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 tap on the internet. Tap, 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 tap on the TikTok. You on the YouTube, double tap at the screen. So it's crazy. Joanne, I think, honey, you needed to get off social media because apparently trolling isn't for you. Joanne says I need to get off social media and take care of myself. Isn't that nice? Isn't it nice of her? Thank you for your Monday sentiments, Joanne. Get the fuck out. Anyway, I spend enough time outside getting vitamin D. I run inside because I run inside. I choose to run inside. I'm here running inside because I talk to my people. This is work. I'm running and making money at the same time. If I wanted to run outside, people, I'd be running outside. Why is it that people want to get on this internet and tell people what they should and shouldn't do? I don't get it. Grown-ass adults telling grown-ass adults what they need to do. Well, I think you should run outside. You can get more vitamin D that way. I don't know why you're here. Why don't you, what? You know what I mean? I'm here because I'm here. You choose to be here. I don't do anything to make you come here. But don't be ugly. It's Monday. It's Monday. I'm not in the mood to deal with fucking idiots. It is better for your body, actually, at my age, to run on the treadmill. It's better for my fibromyalgia. It's better for my joints. So that's another reason. Thank you, DJ, for pointing that out. I forgot. Not that I really should get into it with these idiots. Hi, Jeffy. What's up? How you doing? How you hanging? Swimming is better. Swimming is better. Let's be real. Swimming, walking. No need to run. But I ran all my life. I've been running since I was 14. This is what I enjoy doing. That's why I'm doing it. Shit. Fuck. What the hell? Now we're on my running. I'm on it because I like it. You're hanging low? Oh, we gotta get you up, honey. Because they know it's upsetting me. Ruth, do I really look upset? Honey, if you think this is upset, don't see me upset. You take D2? What's D2? Where am I going? I'm running to the beach, Sherry. I'm getting close. I have another mile left. Yeah, you can't win. Fuck. I'm running, get a good exercise in. I'm gonna run to the beach. Well, I have a fucking nasty mouth. Nuh-uh. I have a fucking nasty mouth. Jeff, do I have a fucking nasty mouth? Shit. Have you tried Nerd Clusters? Yes. Yes. But Nerd Clusters, I feel like I'm gonna break my teeth. Do you know it's almost football time in Tennessee. Go Vols. So, volunteers, let's go. Let's go the Titans. Let's go everybody from Tennessee. I brush and I floss. I do. I got a new water pick. But the Nerd Clusters give me anxiety because of the crunch. I broke a crown one time on the Nerds, but they're good. I just can't have a lot of them. Fuck Tennessee. Oh no. We got a Texas gal in here. Tennessee, I hope, sits on your face and farts. Lisa in Texas. I hope there's a new one out too, Miss Connie. I don't know what it is. I hope Tennessee sits on your Texas ass and farts. Texas face. And then you get pink eye. Shit. And it's oozy pink eye too. It's like the kind that you can't get rid of. And then you get a sty from the infection. And then the eye closes. And then you gotta go to the ER because it's so infected. I love it, but I want my baby back. I know you do. I know you do. But I'd be pissed. I'd leave your family and just go move in. I love Tennessee too. Mayberry, thank you for watching. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Clutching the pearls early this morning. Hi, Piggers. This beautiful girl is named Danielle Rachel Behar Salinger. She's 52 years old. She's sassy, she's spicy, and she's full of life, and she's trying to keep her head above water. Anyway, isn't that anybody in life? Aren't we all just trying to stay alive, find happiness, and be content? Because that's my goal. Be content, right? Focus, learn, and all the things. I can't think of the words right now. I had a brain fart. That happens sometimes too. Hi Storms, how you doing? How was your birthday weekend? I hope you've been feeling good. Again, because I'm always working. Always working. I'm always working too, Jeff. If I'm not working, I'm sleeping, you know? Ruth is back. Why are you trying to pick a fight with people? I'm picking a fight with assholes, Ruth. Why are you trying to pick a fight with me? That's the question. Why, Ruthie, are you trying to pick a fight with me? Because all your comments are baiting me. You get what you deserve. You reap what you sow, right? So if you come after me, I'm putting my foot down because I don't allow people to talk to me that way. I don't like people to fucking be assholes to me. You have a choice. You chose to be here. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. You know what I mean? It's plain and simple. Don't deflect and put it on me. Ask yourself why you're being an ass. Plain and simple. Candace, fuck. We got assholes in here today. Let me hit them a couple times and then you can help them out. Hi, Val, how are you? So, I know Jeffy. You know, people think they can come in and then they deflect and put it on me. Well, why are you trying to pick a fight? I'm not picking a fight. I'm trying to be here with my friends and you all coming in like bats out of hell with your ugliness. I'm just trying to personally enlighten you in your ugliness. And then you want to put that shit back on me. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, okay, thank you. You know I like to play cat and mouse a little bit. Slap, slap, slap. Throw them in the air. Twirl them by their tails. I'm the cat. Yep. Ed's, I don't know. Ed's Ed, you know? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him, you know? This progress to dementia is frustrating, it's sad, and it's hard. It's hard right now, you guys. We're going through it. You know that he's eating great, not coughing while he's eating, but lately he's been coughing at night. And like, it's like an hour of just coughing. And I don't know, it's just the last couple of days. It's been hard, it's frustrating. You know, it baits your nerves. It's like misophonia. He's kind of just not with it 100%. We're struggling with the pooping thing. Again, it's up and down. You know, anybody in this phase, it's just up and down, and it's not easy. It's frustrating. I had to intervene this yesterday afternoon because of frustration, and I had to take over. And I was frustrating, you know. I was already frustrated because I needed to take a nap, to have to deal with, no, he was sitting up, you guys. He's before bed, like an hour after dinner. So I had to intervene yesterday, right? Due to frustration. And so I was frustrated because I was tired and I was dealing with some shit with him, and I just needed to shut my eyes. Well, I couldn't because I needed to intervene. Dan needed help. So I excused Dan, I took care of it, and then I didn't get my nap. You know, I didn't get my nap. I couldn't lay down. I had to get over myself, and I had to push away the frustrations and the anxiety, and I had to take care of shit, you know? I had to do it. I had to just put my girl pants on and say, it's better if I do it, right? So I get up and I do my thing, give him a shower for other reasons, and love you, Jeffy. And then yeah, then, you know, I had to start prepping dinner. You know, it's always something, right? And caregivers know, and those of you who do it alone, it's hard. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it alone. I couldn't do it alone. So, it's not easy. It's not easy. Tap, 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 tap. And we're struggling right now. We're struggling, both of us. You know, we're struggling in our own lives and struggling with what's going on, right? What is this? Is this like what's going on, you know? So it's hard. It's been a hard weekend, really hard weekend. And in between that, you know, I'm cooking, I'm prepping food. Hi, Cindy. How are you? And this phase is not fun. It's not. A couple times I wanted to cry yesterday, and I thought, I can't do this. You know, this is crazy. This is hard. This is not fun. This is not fun. And so, you know. So, anyway, Cheryl's in the hospital. Cheryl, I didn't know you were in the hospital. Did I know? Do we know what's going on with you? If you want to share it, you can. I missed it. I missed things, Cheryl. I'm sorry. Tap, 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 tap on the TikTok. And that's the thing. We have those feelings, and they're okay. They're valid. Hi, Martz. And, you know, people want to use my words against me and tell Dan. And it's probably going to be, oh, Danielle said she hates taking care of your dad. I never said that. What I said is it's frustrating. It's been a hard weekend and very frustrating. Did I say frustrating? Very frustrating. So she can go to doggy daycare. You just need a babysitter. She got her own room and shit. So it's really frustrating that people take the things that I say about my husband and switch it. It's weird that they watch and they take the things I say and switch it. And it's sad that people hear it in those ways, because I don't mean any harm when I'm talking about my relationship. I'm just talking about my relationship. I'm just talking about the struggles. And I don't think that's a bad thing. But some of you just want to make it a bad thing, and some of you want to get involved to piss Dan off for some reason. I don't get it. I know I love October Marty. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. And I don't understand why you feel the need to involve yourself. Are you trying? What's your end goal when you email Dan and tattle? I don't get what your end goal is, because I ain't stopping what I'm doing. Because I help far more people than I piss off. And those of you that stick around and hate me so much just to take notes to go back to your rag social media and to email Dan, that's sick. I don't understand. Linda, are you out there? You're lucky I ain't blasting your whole fucking name on here. People would be sending you notes. Don't do that. Don't be stupid. Because I'm petty as fuck. And I'm just saying your first name, but don't make me throw out your last name. Stop being ugly. Anyway. Hi Sherry. Hi Sherry. Hi PS. Right. I just don't understand. I think they're trying to just make things harder. I think they're trying to piss Dan off for me. But if they really respected Dan, they wouldn't do that shit, you know? But they don't see that. I am petty as fuck. Keep it coming. I throw out the full, I know, well, Linda's teetering. And the only reason why I'm not spreading her last name is because I promised Dan I wouldn't talk about it. Don't reply to the email. Oh, I'm not. I'll be talking about it online. So that's the only reason why, because I told him I wouldn't respond. Linda, watch out. And if there's another email saying your wife said she's going to blast my name, just don't do it. Because if that happens, I will. I can promise you that. My name might not be Tom, but I'm petty as fuck. Remember that shit. Isn't that what it says, Lisa? My name might not be Tom, but I'm petty as fuck. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. And I won't change. Don't push me, Linda. Linda? You hear, girl, because I know you are. That's called obsession. Stalking. Linda's one of those silent watchers, taking notes, Susan, and twisting them, and then emailing my husband and me, sending me hate grams. You know what I mean? Hate grams, telling me I'm a piece of shit and to shut the fuck up. And I mean this, man. People mess way too much. People mess way too much. And it's like, if they can mess, why can't I? Because it's a tit for a tat with me. If you're coming after me, don't think that I won't come after you. That's the thing when people come on here. I don't know which program she's on. I can't. But, you know, these people, it's like, Jesus, what now? You know, it doesn't, Dan just sighs. And Dan doesn't even tell me half the shit. But it's like, why are we adding? Why do you want to piss him off? What is your end goal? That's what I want to know. Linda, what's your end goal? Because if you push me off of social media, what are you going to do? Because obviously you love to be here and you love me and you can't stay away. Fucking crazy. And I'm the crazy one. Girl, if you listen and clean out your ears, I could probably help you too with all that ugly. It's not cool to be ugly. Speaking of ugly, I gotta go pee. The woman has spoken. I'll be right back. Oh, Linda. 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 Fucking Linda. Huh. mood cranes. It was so funny too because I had been sitting out with my zoomies and plucking my face and everything, and I get it coming through, and I was like, what the fuck? I never said anything bad about Hayden Panettiere, whatever her last name is. Never said anything bad about her, but she said I did, and I shouldn't say things bad because people like me hurt children. And no, people like you hurt children. When you accuse people of saying things that they didn't say, number one, my heart went out to Hayden. It did. You know, what I said about it was, it's sad that she pretended that everything was okay. That's what I said. It's sad that she pretended that everything was okay because it wasn't truth, right? That's what I said about her. She wasn't telling the truth. And I said, I wish people didn't cover things up like that because she was still hurting. Even, what's her name? I was watching a TMZ report with Gayle King, and she had done the last interview with Hayden. And Gayle, you know, she said, could you tell? And she said, you know, I believe that she said she wasn't well, but, you know, I was really believing she was working on herself, right? And, you know, that's what you want to believe. And she was such a talented person and so beautiful inside. And that shows you how sad life is and mental illness, right? I would never, ever speak ill will of anybody who is suffering and who potentially unalive themselves. Ever. So don't twist my fucking words. And some of you just want to do it because you're full of hate and you're so angry with me and you mix things up in your head. And it's insane that you think that some mean person who just goes out and wants to hurt people. You know, when you accuse me of hurting Ed, and you accuse me of, you know, which I wonder how she is when the cameras are off. I video once a day. I video once a day, and typically it's the video you see the next day. We don't keep our cameras on all day long. We video in the moment for the next day. And what is camera like what's it like when the camera's off? Ask my zoomies. Is there yelling? Yeah, sometimes between me and Dan. Is there frustration sometimes with Ed when we're trying to get him to poop? Absolutely. Is there moments when we get frustrated? Yeah, because we're human, and this is our life. But the thing is that he's well cared for, better cared for than anybody else would care for him. And the fact that you see me as this evil demon, and you see Dan as this victim who allows his wife to do those things, and you're so pro Dan. But isn't that like a dig on Dan too? That he just, you know, a lot of people are like, where's Dan? Somebody go get Dan. You know, what? These videos that I'm making with him, you know, he's in a different time. He's in a different place these days. So I don't have to be so abrupt and firm with him. Sometimes I still do. Very little. And you think, oh, Danielle, how you've changed. No, I've always been the same. It's just, he's different. So he requires different things. He requires different communication. He requires different tones. Without me, Dan wouldn't be able to do this. Dan wouldn't be able to do this. So I don't know what the fuck you guys are thinking. It was funny because I'd gotten this email. I read it to my zoomies and they're like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't know. That came out of nowhere. And then I went to bed, laid in bed, and Dan's like, what the fuck? What? And I was like, what? He's like, what did you say? I was like, what now? And then he told me what she said. And I was like, by chance, is this Linda? And he goes, yeah. I said, well, there you have it. Let me read you what she just wrote me. Crazy. insane. But that's what people do. I think Dan's gotten more emails this week than he has in a long time about my behavior, what I say about him. And I'm not saying anything wrong. You guys all missed the part where I say I love my husband. I'm here fighting to fix us. But you guys don't tell him that, right? You want to tell him everything else but. Because why? I don't get it. Can you email me and tell me why? What's your end game? What's your end game? Because Dan's not going anywhere. Ruth. Here's Ruthie again. You are on social media and you're inviting people into your life and you get what you give. Absolutely not, Ruth. I'm on social media. People choose to come into my life and don't validate ugly. Ruth, stop validating ugly. Because people choose to be on social media, it doesn't give anybody the fucking right to be ugly, to send threats, to get involved in relationships, to cause trouble in relationships. That doesn't give anybody the fucking right. Don't validate it. I'm here doing what I want to do for the people who choose to be here. You choose to be here and be ugly. I don't validate that bullshit. And that's why I come after people like you. Thank you, Linda. And that's the thing that's so sad, is that I'm fighting for my relationship, and I openly say that, right? I openly say that. But everybody wants to focus on the negative. Yes, every relationship is full of negative. Go look at the interview with, what's her name? Judd Apatow's wife. Big actress. Why can't I think of her name? Judd Apatow's wife. She's a big actress. Silly actress. Why can't I think of her name? Blah, 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 blah. What is her name? Anyway, Leslie Mann. Thank you. Shit. Leslie Mann. And she did a little interview, and she's like, it's fucking hard. She goes, it's 30 years. You know, sometimes I'm like, why am I here? And then other times, she's like, wait, I put in 30 years. I'm not leaving. It's too hard, right? Every truthful woman, I might give just a little bit more than what she was giving, but it's still this basic principle of nobody's easy. I'm not easy. He sure as hell not easy. But this is my show, so it's going to be more one-sided because I'm talking about my feelings. This show in the morning isn't about Ed. It's about us. It's about relationships. It's about women's body changes. It's about penis and vaginas. But you bitch about it, but you're still watching. So what keeps you here? You know, that's what's crazy to me. The mind of these people thinking I'm the one that's bad, where really, it's you. I'm here living my life, trying to have fun with the people who choose to be here. I'm taking care of my husband's father, who was my stepfather at some point in my life, right? Who was a hard man to live with. I share those stories. I share real things because that's what I need to do. Because for me, I don't want to be fake. Because I can't be. That's not me. I'm honest. Right? My marriage sucks half the time. Because we don't have time to fucking work on it. And this working on it is hard fucking shit. Right? The foundation gets broken after a while. It starts cracking. And it's okay because we're here to fix it. And both of us want the same thing. But y'all don't want to write that. Because it's much better to focus on the things that I say. Kitchen has been clean for the last 2 days. Yo, kitchen has been clean. What? Effort. That's called fucking-fort. You know what I mean? That's a give. Even though I hate to recognize that as a give, that's his give. Of me not waking up and having to do additional shit. That's effort. It does work. Being on social media and talking about the things he listens to and the counseling, that's effort. And why don't you focus on those things that I'm talking about? I'm an awful person? Yes. If this is what an awful person is, everybody should be more like me. And Metallica, hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. So, anyway, again, you choose to be here. I don't pull you in and hold you under hostage. Act like you enjoy it, or get the hell out. And if you're going to come in and attack me, you bet your fucking bottom dollar I'm gonna stand up for myself. I'm not one to roll over anymore. Thank you, Bear. I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. I get beaten alive on these fucking things. And I'm sorry it takes away from everything else, but I couldn't believe it, you know? And when I speak my truth about the ugliness that comes in my DMs, or I have another DM somebody sent me, and the same thing, I'm a horrible person. Everybody would be better off without me. And blah, blah, biscuit. You know, I get that shit all day long. I get it on here. It's hard, you know? I'm not here to prove anything to you. You obviously have the clouded vision, and that's on you. And if you're clouded with me, you're going to be clouded with everybody in your life. So today is Monday. I have nothing going on today. Nothing. Nothing. And at some point, that sounds wonderful. I'm going to bake my bread. I got to start working on my taxes. I have to be toughed up. I have to be tough. Because let me tell you, I've encountered some really shitty people. Yeah, they try to, but it's just so weird that they email my husband. Like, I can understand emailing me, but emailing my husband is so weird and creepy. But they still think I'm the problem, right? They don't see them as a problem. Oh, I know there's a lot wrong with me, user. There's a lot wrong with me. But you can't deny I'm busting my ass for my family. And for Ed, you know, and for Ed. Thank you for all the gifts. Keep tapping. Thank you for the tapping. You're gonna clean your kitchen. My kitchen, I mean, here's the thing. It's not perfectly clean, but for him it was clean. So I have to acknowledge that. Again, the counselor said you gotta acknowledge the littles, right? Or else they don't do it. Men have to be tapped on the back. They have to be stroked. But because that's what he said. He goes, well, she doesn't notice anything. He's looking for the validation. I hate that. I guess I want validation too, but I have to give it. I have to learn. People, this is hard. I have to learn to forgive him for the past, right? And I don't, it's hard, but this is the start, right? This is the start. Him making an effort, even if it's just that effort. My counselor says you have to acknowledge it. It's a give, right? Even though I look at it like, you know, that's a give, that's just common decency. But you know how they are. Almost 3 miles, Randy, almost 3. So today's yard and garden day, every week is. So I'll probably putz around in the yard a little bit. Again, I have, now because I adjusted the sprinklers 2 weeks ago, I got different brown spots. Fucking can't doing that. Forgiveness for you, not him, 100%. I'm working through it. This will be 29 weeks this week that I've been in counseling. And this is, out of their 29, this will be our third visit together with counseling. And I think even though we don't say much about the session, we're both thinking. I know he's thinking, right? I know he's thinking about it too. And that's what's, because it makes him think, makes him stop and listen. I do work my ass off for my family. I fucking do. And you know what I forgot? Counseling is exhausting. Fucking exhausting. And it's a lot. And we're quiet the whole night. We still did our date night. I didn't want to because I was kind of angry. I was really, fuming. Thank you. He does jobs around the house when it's his mess. Right, Sandy, but we have to. Because if we thank them, And I have to, this is day 2, so I have to thank him because I think that keeps up the validation for him, and maybe I'll get some in return. It's effort, I guess, when you're cleaning up your mess. You won $400? Shit, good girl. Good girl. 2 channels, I can't read every comment. Yes, I can't read every comment. What did Iran bitching about? Iran's bitching about something? I don't know. You don't answer to anyone. Oh, yeah, I don't answer to anybody. Nope, I just avoid everything. Yes, when I'm telling a story, I don't read comments. Sorry. Let me stop. What was your question, Iran? Since now you have everybody's attention because you're whining about something. So I'm on 2 devices, and when I'm telling a story, I don't read. Because if I read, then I forget what I was saying. So no, I don't. And I read certain people, yes, because they're bigger, they're more important to talk to than stupid ass questions. So if you ask a stupid ass question, most likely I ignored it. Like hearing aids, something else, I don't know. How do you find a great counselor? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. The first one wasn't great. I picked a woman who seemed like she was in her 40s, right? Someone who might be going through the same things that I want to, that I might be going through. Somebody with children, somebody with a husband. Love you, Marts. Have a good day. Somebody who, just a woman and specialized in the things. The first one was horrible. She said, I had trauma that I need to work on. I said, I have trauma? What? Trauma? Isn't that aggressive? She's like, no, I can't do it. So then I was like, fuck. So I went and where's Grandpa? Can you not call his food slop? How many people? See, I got sidetracked. Skirt. See, I don't remember what I was saying. But where is Iran? Iran hasn't asked another question. Isn't that weird? They have a question, they bitch about it, and then they don't say anything when they get the attention. Bruh. I don't remember. What else? Thank you, Candace, for squirrel. What was I saying? Anybody remember? I don't know. Anybody? Y'all buy my book? Doubled by Death. Come on. If you love me, you'll buy it. If you love Christy, you'll buy it. The counselor. Oh, thank you. So I have y'all around. Can any of you prep my taxes for me? Anyway, so a woman, and she dealt with trauma, so I was like, okay. And she's been so amazing. So fucking amazing. Anyway, so, and I think Dan likes her. I think Dan's afraid because she's my counselor. She might favor me more. And I'm just going to say that. And I don't think she does. Thank you, Diane. I appreciate the purchases. So I'm very proud of this book. So I don't know how many we've sold yet. Amazon takes a while to upload. But after having like a 450,000 view, I was expecting a little bit more purchases, but whatever. It's not. So go on there, report that ugly grandpa person, and write your review. Talk about my other books, you know. Can't wait to read this one. All the other books were great. I read blah, 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 blah. Just to read out, because what happens if there's no comments, and Grandpa's is, thanks Beachy, and Grandpa's is there, that comment, it doesn't give us a good rating, so it doesn't boost us. You were blocked? I don't know. It doesn't boost us, right? So you need to leave a message to boost it. I don't think you were blocked. Your message was quieted down. That's not us. That's TikTok. So please leave a message somehow. You don't have to say you read the book, right? Okay, good, Deb. Go do it. Get it done while you're feeling like. So I see a lot of messages that go dark. TikTok's trying to prevent bullying and hate. So if you could just leave comments so we get a higher rating, because the higher rating puts us on a specific list and throws us out there for other people. So if you can do that, like Lizbeth right now, just give positive feedback. Yes, positive feedback on it about your excitement to read it. So anybody who bought the book, if you could just go on there, because if they haven't removed Grandpa, then at least it'll give me more stars. And that's what's important, right? Because we want to be on the list, you know, top 20, top 100, top 50, you know, and we're not going to be there with that ugly. So just leave happy comments. Please, please, even if you don't buy it, you know, just help a sister out, help two sisters out. Because this is a great book, you know, Kindle, hardback, paperback. It's a great book for anybody who's grieving. So yeah, it's just so crazy that people take the time. Friday, I'm like, oh, thank you, Alicia, I appreciate it. You guys keep tapping, and I'm going to talk about it, unfortunately, a lot, because that's the only way we push it out. People forget, right? People think, oh yeah, I'm going to go buy it, and then they forget. And so many new people come in, and they're like, you bought a book? I'm like, I always talk about my books. I always talk about my books. Yes, Wanda Ann, I've written many books. I wrote an autobiography. I write children's books. I write workbooks to help with our mental health or for future dying for our kids. And I just wrote a grief book. Is it on audio yet? No, I don't believe so. Where? On Amazon. Just type in Danielle Salinger and everything should show up. Every time I type in my name, all my books show up, even the Millie Pig books. I am busy. Luckily, I have a writer. I don't have time to write, so luckily I found somebody who is a writer and she's gotten so much experience, you know. Not true. She loves to say lots of little lies. Who, me? Yes. I'm a complete liar and a narcissist. That's the real truth. Don't buy my books because all my books are lies. Hi, Sammy. I had a dream that I took over a director job back in my old daycare. And I was like thinking to myself while I was working, like looking in, and I was like, why am I here? I don't want to be a director. How do I have time? I'm going to have to take care of Grandpa and like my house. And I was stressed out. It was a nightmare, but I needed to do it for insurance. Medical. I was stressed. I woke up. You just reminded me. You're looking for a book writer? I have a really great book writer. Her name is Christy Lyons. And she's great. Read my books. So her name's on my books. Yeah. She's a great one. She's sweet and she's a hard worker. That's one thing you know. She's a hard worker. Anyway, so there you have it. I'll see you tonight. Oh, fuck, I have to work tonight. I don't know, Chime. You have to ask her. I don't know what her prices are. Remember, I'm much different than you would be. So that's something you would have to talk to her about. Anyway. So, yeah, so that's it. So, Chrissy edited my book, soon to be out. She is the best. I had another friend from social media who also hired her to write a book. Or not write it, but anyway. So, you can look up her name on my books, go in my link tree, and you can probably find her that way. Anyway. So, I don't really have much, going on today. So, I'm going to try to start on my taxes, and all those things. I have to get a start on that. By Janet. This magazine for caregivers, reached out to me, right? And they want me to submit, they want to do an interview with me, right? It's the first person that actually is stepping out for me, which is interesting, right? So I want to know where you got it purchased. Where you purchased it, Amazon. Bye, Sherry. So anyway, yeah, but, and so I gave him the wrong address. He kept texting me. Finally realized I gave him the wrong email address. So I don't know, like I looked at it and I have to do all the work. I have to answer all the questions, submit headshots, and do all that thing. He did interviews with Dugan, taking care of Granny, Chris and Mary, so I don't know. So that's the problem, is I don't really have, time to write my own interview. So I thought he was going to like set up a time where he would call me and ask me questions. He just literally, yes, no, not Amazon. He wants me to do it. Answer the questions, he's going to write it, and then use my pictures. I don't have time, people. I don't have time. There were so many questions. Like, call me, ask me, I just don't have the time to sit down and write a fucking response, So for those people who have the time, who did it, I envy you. I just don't have that time. Type in my name, Danielle Salinger, and you'll see all my books. All of mine and Christy's books. So, anyway, I don't know if I'm going to do it because I just don't have, and I might tell them that. I don't have the time. Oh, thanks, Noan. So I'll have to figure it out. I'll have to tell them I have to do taxes. Like, taxes come first. I mean, that's like, so filling out my own interview is like, I don't have the time. T's in Canada, Nona. So she saw them. Thank you, T. So anyway, taxes. I'll deal with taxes and then we'll see at that point what we're doing. Or if I have time. I might just text them and say, hey, I got a lot on my plate and I'm not sure I can get this back in a timely manner. I'll do my best when I can, but I got too much to do. And that's the thing, is you guys, I really don't have a lot of time, and the time that I do have is spent catching up on social media, thinking about different ways to hustle and make money for the family. Grandpa's expensive, Grandpa's whole new regime is probably doubled in price, between thickener and food and everything else, and it's getting expensive, and that's no lie. I mean, anybody who does it knows that. I just bought 2 cups that were like over $60, so a lot of the money that we make too supports. I'm supporting a household of 6. I know the taxes are looming. I had to get something done for Andrew's insurance. And so, how do you write your own interview? I know. Well, they have all the questions for me to answer. So they just want me to answer the questions, type it out, and send it. I know. I hope, Beachy. I hope. I hope. I have my own library brewing, and every time I look at my books, it makes me smile. It's like, I did that, that it's an accomplishment for me. Even if they're not, worldwide. Selling copy gives us, I wish it sold more. Like, I just hope with every book it gets more and more, as we spread the word, and all the other books that people are like, oh, you write books? Yes. I also write books with my writer. And so she doesn't, we just talk, right? And then she transcribes all my stuff, and then she puts it into beautifully written paragraphs. Because, I can't write that shit. I don't even have time to write my own interview. So, who wants to write my interview? Maybe I'll give it to Reddit. Let them answer the questions for me and send in my pictures. Now that would be funny. So anyway, I'm pushed to the limit with life. I don't have a lot of time. I mean, sometimes it's like been a week and I haven't even called my kids or texted my kids. It's like, shit, I better let some of them know that I love you, shit. Do they not know? A lot of questions. I don't know. I gave up after the first 4. I saw way too many after that. I was like, fuck this. Who has time? I was thinking maybe Dan could do it for me. Because apparently he's got more time. Don't tell him I said that. Linda, make sure when you write that, you say, she said, maybe Dan could write it for her because he's got more time. And then make sure you insert my laugh. Fuck. My book is There You Have It. Yeah. Doubled by Death. All those are me and Christy. Christy writes them, and yeah. So for some reason, Wanda, you know how much I joke with Dan, and I do like mock and make fun a little bit. Because that's just me. That's just my sarcasm. Because I'm irritated, and it's helping me, right? And busy. Yes, and that's the thing is that I could probably do that. Because I could talk, like, if I have a earphones on, AI is killing writers. Hi, Gracie. AI is killing writers. Somebody said, well, just have AI write your book. I would never do that. Because, yes, Christy Lyons. Because AI is not writing. AI is some computer-generated bullshit. And I just don't believe in that. If I'm writing a book, I want it written the old-fashioned way. And unfortunately for writers who make their living writing books for people, it's going to hurt them because it is hurting them, writing lessons and all that stuff, because people use it. They cheaply use it and say it's theirs, and it's bullshit. It just takes away the whole principle of book writing. So me and Christy, and poor Christy, she loses people because of that AI. So for those of you looking for the true way to write, she's a great writer. And I think her information's on there. So if you scroll on the books, it says the author, Christy Lyons, a writer, one of them. And so you should probably be able to contact her through that. So please, if you are thinking about writing a book and you want to do it the best way, please. Yes, AI is killing true artists. Because they're going for cheap, and it just makes me sad, Christy with an I, Christy Lyons, yeah. And she's a wonderful person, and she works so fucking hard, you guys, and she's got so much shit going on in her life. And, writing helps her. I mean, I know writing our books has helped her in some of the really toughest times in the last couple of years. And, it unfortunately sometimes gets in the way for me too, Wanda, shit. It gets in the way, and we don't get our dates that we want to get out, but that's life. And I accept it and I respect it and I get it. So I'm very easy to work with. I know not everybody has the same mannerism that I have, I mean, I think she's always more worried that I'm going to be more upset. Yes, her daughter does that for us. Chime, her daughter is the art illustrator. I like to keep it within our circle. She always worries that I don't care. She works for some really hard people, and I'm probably the easiest person she's ever worked for. I'm like, Christy, relax, it's okay. When she texts me, different things, I'm like, Christy, it doesn't bother me. I anticipate it, She's just worried because it's a direct reflection on her, and she wants to make sure I'm okay. But I'm okay. I keep telling her, Christy, it's okay. So she is a hard worker, and she cares, and she means very well, and she does a good job. And her daughter is, and that's the thing, like I say, and she deserves it. Hi, Sean. She's just a wonderful person, and she's endured and still endures a crazy life and a lot going on, and she still manages it, like P.S. said, with grace, and she's an amazing woman. I can't say enough about her, and she's still doing it, and she's still getting her shit done. And you have to realize when you're in situations like that, and that's why I have such a different grasp on life as I'm evolving and I'm learning and I'm growing, is that nobody really understands, unless you're going through it, how difficult sometimes life can be, and how many stones are thrown our way, and blocks and just big boulders, and how everybody handles that is just a direct reflection on the person that they really are. And
She's on. So I have her. Is somebody on TikTok? Can somebody? There's a page on TikTok, Chime, that's called Danielle and Christy Writes. So you can probably contact her through there. Yeah. Danielle and Christy Writes. Is Rita or Candace? Candace, you're probably getting ready. Rita, if you can, maybe tag Chime in that Facebook, TikTok, sorry. Danielle and Christy Writes, and you can contact her through there. So wait for it, Chime, and Rita will copy that page for you. But it's got Danielle and Christy Writes. If you go to TikTok, it's got all of our shit on it. So it's like our promotion page. So you guys should follow that too, because that's just advertisements and everything like that. Rita on assignment. I know that Candace is probably doing her hair or something right now, getting ready for work, so I know she doesn't have her hands. Occasionally, if she hears me battling, she'll come in and block somebody, but that's what I have. So yeah, I hate AI. I think AI sucks. And I think for us, the older generation, I don't know if we're going to like it as much as the newer generation. I mean, kids are getting through college these days. How are they doing it? AI. They're writing papers through AI, There's no way that they can catch them. That's the thing. There's no direct way you can find out. And it's just crazy. I tossed my Alexa away. I got paranoid. Hi, Twyla. Hands in hair, you know me well. I knew she was getting ready. I was looking at the clock. I know Candace's schedule. She's not one of those that gets up and starts moving. She has to take a while. And you don't even use it. Well, I don't even use a calculator either until it gets really difficult. Well, P.S. all I'm going to tell you is I know several of Andrew's friends graduated with the thanks of AI. And without AI, they probably wouldn't have graduated. So there's that. Your abacus, your thesaurus, and your Webster's dictionary. I tagged Chime. Thank you, Rita. I appreciate it. Chime, you have been tagged. Anyway, I don't even know how to use ChatGPT. My Zoomies make fun of me all the time because they're like, just ask Chat. I'm like, what? I don't even know how to use that shit. Somebody's like, well, Google it, Google image it. I'm like, I don't even know how to do. What are you talking about, Google image? How do I get the image to Google? I don't know. And so they're like, oh my God, Danielle. So they do it for me. Because I don't understand how to do all that shit. Hi, Fortnite. My son, useless. Right. Fuck ChatGPT. I don't abacus. An abacus reminds me of something that Dan used as an attorney. You're 9.5 inches endowed. Well, no, thank you. I'm looking for a 4 and big head. So you don't fit my description. So yeah, what was I saying? I don't remember. Just coming in hot. Nobody reading the room. Hi, Reeds. Yeah, that's my new line. I'm looking for a, yeah, well, I like to buy it, so I don't know. But I mean, how do you and you want to know, those people who are sitting there writing that shit, and if you come back with a snarky remark like that, do they laugh? They're like, oh shit, you're playing with yourself? Good. I hope I give you a good bust, I hope your bust's really big and it's enormous, and I hope the bust just spreads all over your screen. He was getting ready to finish. Nate said, fuck you, I'm done. What the hell is that? Speaking of busting, he said he was hung like something. Seahorses have 9 inches and well endowed. I know, I don't know, buddy, but you better run, because we never know where the show goes to. We go from putting people in their place to serious matters to fucking busting a nut. No, I haven't. This is toothpaste, I'm assuming. Yeah, no, some guy was telling me he was busting his nut. And it was getting ready to, right as I was standing on that. And, I'm sure there's a lot of guys that do that. Look like, I'm assuming if he's that big, he has to use the whole body. I hope it goes right into his eye. Speaking of that, have any of you done that accidentally with the penis? Have you ever just busted and the curve is, and then it ends up in your eye? I mean, I would think that would be shit that if I had a penis, that would happen, Like I would literally like, and then it would like, do you wear goggles? Do some of you have to wear, like I would put on goggles because I'd be blind by now. I don't know, really good eyesight. I don't really know what that magical potion does. But you know what I mean? Like I ever thought, this morning, this is the conversation. This is how crazy I am. My Zoom room is like really, like I could just be coming in grumpy as shit. And one of my friends says, you know, I was like, oh, they pop in. People pop in the Zoom room, right? Your friend had that happen? Yeah. I got to be aware of the splash zone, right? Like, do you have something? Do you have a barrier? Like, do you like watching? I don't know. Anyway, because these are the things I think about. This is how weird my fuck. So here's what I thought about. And those of you who don't like me, run now because you're gonna not get this right when you write it down on paper or in your chat. So one of my friends pops in, you know, and not everybody puts their camera on, right? So they come in hot. Like I'm always on camera because I just feel weird. I can't talk when the camera's off because I feel like I'm just talking to nobody. So I like to turn my camera on. And only a couple of us do, right? And so it's weird because then all of a sudden people will start talking and you're like, whoa, where the fuck did you come from? Like, holy crap, all of a sudden you're here. Like you've been a picture for days and all of a sudden you decide you want to talk, right? Like crazy. Keep tapping on TikTok, double tapping on the YouTube. Anyway, so she's like, I came from my mama's vagina. This is our Zoom conversation. So just this is why no other people are allowed because anyway, and I said, oh, you came from your mom. And then it just kind of escalated from there. No thanks to anybody else, just yours truly, because my main goes. And somehow it ended to, I wonder if your mom had an orgasm while she conceived you. Does anybody ever think that? Does anybody think if their mom, has anybody ever thought that? Be truthful, because I just bared my soul. And so they're like, whoa, whoa. So my friend who said I came from my mama's vagina, I also said, well, and your daddy's penis and semen. The stork, yeah, I don't think. And then she's like, okay, well, yeah, thank you. And then I said, well, nobody hasn't crossed your mind. Okay. Well, I know I didn't. What? Nobody. There's nobody that's going to be like, okay, Danielle, I kind of thought the same thing. I could tell you I didn't orgasm at all in any of my pregnancies. I know, because I remember because I was trying to get pregnant and you're not worried about orgasming, right? You just want semen in your vagina. And so I know I didn't. No. I know I didn't. I know how all my kids were conceived. So I just didn't know if these lives are turning into, they've been petals, ketchup, mustard, you know. So it just goes on from there. And then my other friend said, could you imagine if in order to get pregnant you would have had to have an orgasm? She didn't say that. She used the word come, which kind of freaked me out because she never talks like that. So that was that made me a little bit more freaked out than what I say. I was like, whoa, with the big words. And she said, could you imagine if we had to, you know, orgasm, I like that better, in order to have babies, our population would be dead. That's funny. That's true, because most of us in the baby making phase are not worried about pleasure. We're worried about production, right? I need to produce. Anybody think about that? No, still no? All right. I can't ask my mama. So at this point, I would have probably said, Mom, do you remember when you conceived me? I would be that one to ask my mother that. But she's dead, so I couldn't ask. You know, guys automatically, you know, orgasm. If it's possible, can you share what using not to have any baby at this age after 50? Husband is snipped. But I also have an IUD, but that's for my progesterone. So I would never thought about that. My mother in that light ever. I mean, you guys, here's the thing. Our mothers, probably some of our mothers were more sexual than those of us today, you know, and that's okay. I mean, think about it. Like, sex is a natural thing. Sex is best when it's one-on-one. Remember? I got pregnant first time at 16 and definitely no orgasm. Well, it's because you were 16 in a car. Were you? And it's funny, Dr. Phil. I'm gonna tell you something. That brought up another thing. She goes, I don't know. My mom got pregnant with me at 16. I was like, well, those were the good old days. You know, you were horny and you wanted to. If you weren't fucking at that point, like you wanted something. You wanted those hormones. You know, and so. And yeah, I don't know if any of us have orgasms at 16. I don't even think we know what those are. Anybody? I don't think. I mean, I wasn't 16, but I don't think I was able to have an orgasm until later in life. But like, you know, when you're 16, you did at 16, you had an orgasm? I've always been a difficult bird with those things. I don't know. I've been that whole trek with that has been a very difficult. I think I'm problematic. I definitely think like you, because watching Little House on the Prairie had me Googling how they all had so many babies. I was 17 doing the wild thing. Right. But you did earlier than that? Look at you, you fucking freak. You wasn't sure? You thought you were dying, huh? So anyway, at 16, 17, we all wanted sex. I wish I could get back. No, I was in private school and sex was a no talk. Took my late husband to have a... No, where did you do it at 16? First baby at 20 and I was married. It was for labor on the farm, all those kids. No sex is the key, yes. I definitely think... Oh yeah, Little House... I'm not watching Little House on the Prairie. Fuck that shit. Y'all were freaks. At 16, you couldn't do... My friend, and then we started talking about blowjobs. I was blessed with easy orgasms. That fucking sucks. I have a friend that has multiple. She like literally barely touches anything and she's like already on 3. You know, like, how does that happen? How do you get blessed with multiple orgasms? That's what I want to know. I mean, every time, like, it's not even like a question that she's going to, like, it's like the act itself and she's already orgasming. Like, what? How does it, how? Fuck you, Shauna. I can't tell you my friend's name, but she same thing. And I asked her this morning because we were being gross. Well, I was being gross. And I said, I wonder if your mama had multiples. Did you get it from your mama? And she's like, all right, Danielle. Genetics. Are you wired differently? I want to see how you're wired. You have to keep going to get multiple. No, that's not how multiple works, Josh. I know how was sex happening, but apparently it's not necessary to keep having babies. Is it true that we cannot have a baby after 50? No, you can. My second husband, multiple, 7 days a week, best chemistry. What? Look at you, girl. Shauna, girl, thank you for owning up to your wild thoughts. Now that you're older, you know why your mama was rubbing up on your dad. Probably those multiple orgasms she gave you. Lucky. I wish I had that power. I wish I could just be touched with a hug and just be pleasured. Like, how nice would that be? Oh, thank you, baby. Oh, hold on. One more for good measure. Like, how do you know? Do you know, like, are you good for 3 or are you good for 4? Oh, I'm sorry about your loss. You want that again? Girl, can you do it yourself? Can you do it yourself? My husband is tired. You freak like your mama. Oh, Lord, Shauna. Now you understand why your mama was rubbing. Your bidet. Are you the one that said that earlier? A couple of weeks ago when we were talking about your bidet? How many do you have? Like, what's the most you've ever had in one time? This is crazy, yo. It is a blessing from God, Nate. Nate's like, 5? 10? No, I don't believe it. Bye, Twyla. What? Fine, 2, I get. Like, fine, give me 2. 10, you would die. 50 plus? Girl, there ain't no way. Your body, literally, like, give me just 2. I don't want more than 2. That shit is, what? 7? No way in hell. I would be dead. You wet the bed? Hours? They continue to happen? See, that's possession. Betsy's trying to take hold of your body. That's a devil inside of you. 7 or 8. Shit. No, I think that would drive you crazy. And do you feel what? I'm here trying to get 1 and y'all getting 50 plus. I told you the last one almost killed me. I didn't have one until I was 40 with my new boyfriend. I thought I was broken. Yes. Not that. Huh? Average 6. Gary, you're not allowed. Are you female? I'm talking, I know you guys can fucking bust a nut in an orgasm. I'm talking about, then you get up and clean house. Girl, you don't smoke a cigarette? I feel like if I had that many back to back, I would literally have to stay in bed with a glass of bubbly and a fucking cigarette. I'm just trying to get her to come through the door. Shauna, if you're having 50, you need a nap. Go, your body is over it. Your body just convulsed. You died. No, that's your body's way of dying. That's not pleasure, that's pain. What in the hell? Y'all crazy. I'll take 2. I'll take 1. One's good. Give me 1. 1 and leave me alone. Yeah, I just, Betsy's been a bitch since I've been married. Hold on. Betsy's been a bitch. Hold on, I'm recycling my water. Betsy's been a bitch to me. My partner's 12 minutes of screaming and changing. Shit. Menopause makes it very difficult. You guys are crazy. The last intense orgasm I had, I saw Jesus. And I don't believe in Jesus, but he came to me. I thought I was dying. I was like rigor mortis. I was shaking. My heart was palpitating. And I don't know what was happening. And then I saw fucking Gandhi. And then I started drooling and my eyes rolled back in my head. No, thank you. I don't want, no, that scared the shit out of me. Now Betsy's kind of scared. I was making up for 10 years of bad sex in my marriage from my son's father. No shit. Girl, I can't believe you're still talking and moving like you ain't paralyzed. No, I think, the fuck? You go blind? For a minute? Okay, see, that's no. Julie, I just said I had rigor mortis. My eyes, I was drooling. My heart didn't know how to get in rhythm. My toes were curling. My back was arching. Like, I scared the shit out of me. Why do you want that? You go blind? She goes blind for a minute. No way. No organ. I would be like, fuck, you can have it, but I ain't going blind. I would literally run to the hospital. 911. Honey, what's your problem? What's your emergency? I had an orgasm and I went blind. Is that normal? I need EMS here now. Right off of the bed too. You raised off the bed like you were crucified. Like you were coming back to life after being dead. You rose off the bed. What in the world is happening with these people? If I went blind, I wouldn't. You rose. Liz just rose off the bed like she was in a magic show in Vegas. You always do. I think I'm broken. That shit, That's what I'm saying. Your body, that's not normal. Your body's saying, this is not normal. Your body's rejecting the orgasm. I'm just saying, some of you are fucked up. She died at 78 and she had a 57-year-old friend with benefits. You feel weak in the knees and go blind too? Sex is not that important. Is something wrong with me or them? Did you had the holy light? Was God coming down and pulling you up to the skies? She didn't look. You, and she was rising. Was she rising from the bed? You admit to being fucked up, Shauna. I don't. What? Like, do you have to be touched or sex becomes when it's that good? No, that's not that good. To me, that's a problem. I don't want to get dizzy. I don't. You haven't had one before? Well, thank the Lord, Jennifer, because you may have seen the Lord and never went back. I don't know. If I see faces during an orgasm, I'm done. Nothing is wrong with us. It's the men. I don't think it's the man. I think you guys are broken. You're miswired. Because I don't think when we were wired, we weren't supposed to have orgasms like that. We're supposed to only have one and maybe two. If you have temporary blindness, and I have no energy, it takes you're hungry, you eat, like George Costanza with the sandwich ready to eat, it will take. I don't know what to think about these things. Sometimes I eat before, it just depends on what kind of day it is. Oh, Lord. Your wife has organisms all the time? Well, she's lucky. Temper. There is something about squirting in multiple O's. The female brain just can't process it. That's not supposed to happen. Like, there's no way. I don't want to see your penis. Do I have Snapchat? I don't want to see penis. I am broke. Something is definitely wrong with me. Okay, so what's normal? I want to know what's normal. What's normal? What? And you guys are in perimenopause and you're still squirting like a fucker? You're still squirting like a fucking whale in the ocean? It's way too early for wieners. It's just temporary blindness. I'm on estradiol too. It doesn't help me. What the fuck? Estradiol. Oh fuck! I forgot to change her. Why you giving me multiple orgasms, girl? Why you not raising me from the bed? Thank God you ain't making me blind, because that would be it. Girl, what you doing down there? Hello? Are you working? Is she working? She's not. She ain't working. The cream. I ain't rubbing cream on. I taught sex ed. Normal is 2 to 3. Normal orgasms or sex. Yeah, normal sex is 2 to 3 times. 1 or 2 at max. That's on a really good day. 1 is a good day. Like, and I really searching for one, but once in a while I feel like I need one to release. But that one time scared me. I'm literally petrified of the orgasm, because that one time it hit my soul. There was tears. There was everything. I can't, like, I don't know. That wasn't, I'm a hypochondriac. I thought I was near death. I thought Dan almost killed me. Yeah. I don't, that scared me. And I think Betsy doesn't come through the door very much anymore because, number 1, you have to have sex. And number 2, I think she's scared. If I do it 3 or 4 days a week, you're happy. No shit, that's something I'll never forget. No, and I'm, the no sex thing is a complicated thing, right? No sex thing is a lot of different feelings that I have right now, right? My body's just, it's not anything. It's not, I still love my husband and I want to be with him. It's me, right? It's me. And, sometimes when you rehash things, right? Sometimes when you rehash things, and you guys know I'm going through an awakening and trying to heal and trying to help myself. And so I am, and then I'm constipated a lot. Like, there's just a lot of uncomfortableness. Like, constipated because my medicine makes me constipated. And like, sometimes I just don't have the time or the energy because I'm tired and my body hurts, And so, I'm just working through it. It's me, temporary blindness today. No, what you need to say is, Dear Dan, your wife talked about how she never wants to have sex with you because she doesn't love you. And she says you are not compatible with her in bed. That's what they would say. That's what they say. They twist everything around. So that would be the letter to Dan. Completely off, like the whole fucking rigmarole, like off subject, using the subject but manipulating around to fit their needs. She doesn't love you anymore. Find a new woman. That's a fact. That would be the email. Truly love it. I doubt that one, but no, we are working. Yeah, and I want to be. I told you guys, like, I want to be better, right? I want to be better. It's not like I don't want to be better. I need to work through some shit for myself, and I also need him to work on some shit for me, right? And I think it'll happen, I think it'll happen. I think it'll happen. I do run all day, Mike. I mean, that's the real issue. I don't know why you're putting a laughy face on there. I do everything. So yes, dear Dan, she said she wanted a 4-incher with a lovely curve and wants to be squirted in her eye. Don't forget that. Mine is all autoimmune disease and menopause. It's 2 years. Yeah, it's crazy. It's hard to focus on so many different things and let alone one orgasm. Because, I don't know how to turn off, right? My brain is just going. I posted something today and it's just like literally in my story. And it's just like, you open a folder, you start a folder, and then you remember, and the other folder gets open, and then you move on to the other thing, and you've opened 4 more folders, and now you have like 10 folders open, and you don't know where to go back and then you're not like, I can't figure it out, I can't figure it out. Sex is important in a marriage, but there's so many more things that are more important. Sex is the byproduct of love, compassion, validation, and empathy, compassion. So, sex is the accumulation of love and understanding between two people. There are so many other things that you can do, right, instead of sex to make the other person feel important. Communication, safety, and men are very easy. Like a hole's a hole to them, I think, and I think they can fuck at any time. Women are different. Most women, you fucking freaks I don't know about, but like, you guys probably could set aside your emotions just for sex because it's so exhilarating for you, right? I don't have that ability to shut down my emotions, right? So, but by starting to listen, Lama's teaching saved me. And that's the thing. It's like, I need so much more right now because of all the other things that I'm coping with and dealing with, that it's hard for me just to give myself when I need more, right? It's not important, but it's still, yeah, it's important, but it's not at the top of the list. And life changes, and perimenopause and pain and exhaustion. I've been so tired lately. Like, I'm pushing through. I mean, Dan will tell you, I've been taking naps like almost every day. Like, I can't function if I don't take a nap. It's just like all of a sudden I'm just in this swing where I'm really having a hard time, staying awake. Like at 1 o'clock after I eat, I'm like dead. I'm like, I can't do anything. I gotta rest, and I'm just very, very tired, very tired. All my running, I doubt it's my running. It's everything I do, you guys. I don't just run. I do yard work. I water. I, take care of the house. I micromanage Ed, making sure he gets changed appropriately, fitting in when he's not doing something or he's gone, and still managing and still having a lot of shit and pressure on my plate. I'm trying to sell a book. I'm trying to run a business to make ends meet. I do everything, and it's really hard sometimes. So at the end of the day, like, just to have sex is not for me. I want more than just to have sex. He needs sex, but he could put it in a hole and be happy. We need a fleshlight for him. Did you come here for something?
I did, but I forgot when you started talking about sex. I think I talked about how tired I am too. I can't sleep. I was up again, 4 in the morning.
I know.
I don't know what the hell's going on. I think it's because the only time I have is after I change them at night. That's my only break. I don't get a break all day. And even after he goes to bed, I'm still waiting. And then I have like a 9-hour break. If I change them at midnight, I don't have to deal with them until 9 in the morning. And then so I don't want to go to sleep right away, so my body wants to enjoy that time. I don't have weekends. The same thing. I have 9 hours. And I just don't sleep during those 9 hours. I don't know why. That's a nice shirt you're wearing, by the way. That shirt that, I don't know if he watches your show, but that's for the president of University of St. Francis sent that shirt. And they have a wonderful motto. It's all about, that school is all about compassion, helping others. The Jesus tenets, the good ones, without all the negative stuff, from the Old Testament, just the good stuff. That's this. So I said, absolutely, we'll support that.
Temporary blindness. No, I don't want temporary blindness. No, fuck off. Anyway, no, I don't. I'm good without the blindness. I'm good without the blindness or the coming off the bed and like a magic. Who does the magic shows in Vegas? Who's the guy?
That weird looking
Yeah,
dude who hangs out in a box over New York.
Who's the weird guy?
I mean, that dude's got the weirdest looking
Not
face.
Penn and Teller.
No, this dude, David Blaine.
David Blaine.
Penn and Teller. I ran into Penn or Teller.
The
One
tall
of
one.
them. I ran into one of those people in a restaurant like 15 years ago, and this is kind of a funny story. I don't think it would happen today, but I walked up to him and I'm like, was drunk, and I'm just, I got to talk to the guy. Then I talked to him. I had nothing to say. I'm like, I don't even know who the hell you are, really. I just know you're some dude in Vegas. And so I got up there and I'm just
He was
made
like-
a fool out of
He
myself.
was like this.
He's all right, man. Nice to meet you. David Copperfield, maybe. I think David
No,
Copperfield.
it was one of the Penn and Tellers.
David Copperfield.
Yeah, it was one of the Penn and Tellers. Thank you, precious
Copperfield at that island.
guy. Yeah, they all
The
were at the
Copperfield
island. The Epstein Island. There was no Copperfield Island.
Copperfield. Look. Watch, I can make an indictment go away.
The tall guy. Who's the tall guy? Penn or Teller? Thank you about my book. I released a book yesterday.
I know. Congratulations. Isn't that awesome, everybody?
Why are you smiling?
Because you're putting me on the spot.
Where is it? You should hold it, and you need to do a video. You should do a video about my book, because that would help us. You would help us tremendously. My book, I have many books, but this one's about grief. This one's about grief. Do you have anything to say? Are you just reading comments? You're kind of making me nervous a little bit. Thank you. By the way, I have to give you an ad. Remember how she was talking about, what was she saying, ads?
Asks.
No, the things that you do that I have to recognize, because then you don't get...
They're asks. They're
Asks.
they're tells, or they're reaching out.
Right.
Yes.
By the way.
Yeah.
The 2 days of the kitchen has been very pleasant. Thank you. Not perfect, but better. So I appreciate that. Thank you. I told them all this morning. I said I do have to validate him, because that's one of the things I got to work on.
She needs to work on that. You said it. I was just reinforcing what you said.
You have to do ads a lot.
I have to do ads. What are ads?
Add-ons. Like, you do things and you have to start recognizing the things that your partner's doing.
I mean, if you can't see that that's happening, it happened twice.
I said thank you. You did today was better than yesterday. You did, it was great. You pretty much cleaned up a lot of stuff too. I only had to get a couple lollipops and things. So anyway, so I wanted to appreciate that, because I need to be better. Even though I was struggling with doing those things, I understand you need them, right? I don't necessarily agree with giving you those, but I have to do it because I know it's important for you.
What?
Saying thank you
Oh.
for cleaning up your own mess.
There's always a but.
No, there was no but. Thank you.
You didn't use a but, but it was
I
the
didn't
same
use a
thing.
but. I did not.
The but part came without the word but it came.
Well, I had to say it because it makes me feel better.
Of course.
So, I appreciate it. Now, what can you tell me? What did you appreciate for me yesterday? I can tell you one thing.
I appreciate that when you came in when I
Yeah.
was losing control.
Yeah. I told them too. I had to go
I'm so exhausted, and it was so hard yesterday. Yesterday was really hard because he was tired from coughing the night before. We were dealing with, anytime you have a bathroom issue that occurs in the diaper, it is like 15 times more time consuming, difficult to deal with. You can imagine the cleanup. You go from, 5 wipes to could be 40 or 50 wipes.
I think you used 2 whole packets.
I used, because if it gets around, you got to clean. I mean, there's just nothing. You have to do it. It's a human being. You can't, like, every time there's something on there, you got to keep going until it's clean.
Yeah, Nate knows. I mean,
Nate knows, man. It can get, and sometimes it goes on. You're like, what the fuck?
Well, and he
It's
knew
impossible.
because I wanted to
It's fucking impossible.
I wanted to take a nap, and I couldn't. I waited for a little bit because sometimes, you get frustrated and you can turn it around. And he's been turning around, but yesterday he couldn't turn it around. And I knew when he was at his breaking point, so I had to go in and say, "Go, I got it." And I didn't want to do it because I was so fucking tired.
It wasn't that he couldn't turn around. He was fine. I lost it because I could not communicate to him what to do.
Well, he wasn't processing.
And he wasn't very good, and I wasn't very good at communicating because I was frustrated. And she came in and said, "Go," and I left. And it was good because I was hyperventilating. I was so,
Oh, doctor, hang in there.
It was not an easy day.
No, it was bad. And so I had to
So
step
thank
in.
you for that.
And then I showered him. And then
And I
brought
came
him
in
out.
and took over when you were walking him home 2 nights in a row. Remember? You were walking him to bed, and I came out and said, "Go," and I took him. That was last night too.
Well, last night
And the night before.
The night before, I was just walking him to bed. He was already changed and everything.
Right. Well, last night I took him,
You
and then there
changed
was
him.
a poop to deal with
You changed him.
that I dealt with. Yeah, we're a team.
We try to be. We're not always a team, but we try. No, it's hard to put him in shower because he sits down. He can't stand up in a shower, so you can't clean very well. We have aides coming in, but those aides are babysitters. None of what we have.
They can't physically do it, but they try. I mean, Mary is incredible.
Yeah, I mean,
Mary is unbelievable. I
Mary
mean, she's
helps.
like,
Mary helps around the house. Like she just takes initiative to help
comes in
me.
and just does it.
Yeah. So it's hard because, she just takes initiative. I mean, she can't lift them, but she'll help me, lift them and be there just in case I need the extra help. She's great. But no, none of the, I mean, you got to remember that there's only so much money. And so you don't spend it until you need to and if we spent it now when it's not necessary, then we could be in trouble in a month or 2 months or something like that. And so what we have to do is we have to just get the aides, the babysitters to come in so that way he can do his thing, I can do, and she can alert us if we need anything or do anything like that. We can't spend a lot of money, If we had a nurse come in or a CNA, it would cost probably double what we already spend. And we can't do that right now. We have to be cognizant of the money we spend, his money we spend for that. She grew up in Oakland. Yes, she did. She did. For a while, I thought she was just telling Ed that because he was from Oakland. It's not easy at time, Lou. And it's so difficult because, and when he's really exhausted like this, right? A lot of times I take over and I'm exhausted too, but we both express our exhaustion in different ways. And so, I know, as would he know, and if I couldn't do it, he would have to step up. Same thing like yesterday. I was like, well, guess I'm not getting a nap, but it's not like, okay, let's go. You can leave. I'm like, fuck, fine, go, I'll do it. That's real life, Don't worry about my nap. Bye, Nate. Don't worry about that. I guess I don't need any self-preservation, but go ahead. You go. And so sometimes that makes it hard, right? And, yesterday being frustrated, and I was still frustrated, right? I was still frustrated because I was frustrated primarily with Dan. I mean, Ed, yes, he wasn't cognizant. So I just finally sat with him for a while and he wasn't doing anything. And so I was getting irritated by what he was doing. So I finally said, let's get up. I wiped his butt and I threw his ass in the shower. I was like, let's just get a shower, let's get fresh, and let's get cleaned up because there had been some diaper issues for the last, day. So I was like, it's time, let's just go. And I was pissed. It took me a minute. It took me a minute to calm my frustration and my anxiety down. And it was funny because I clipped his nails and I clipped his fingers and I started calming down. And then I got him dressed and we moved him out and I was better. It takes time sometimes. You absorb the other person's frustration plus your own for not being able to get done what you're doing. And I remember yesterday, I was like, I can't wait, I can't wait till I don't have to be responsible for somebody, right? I mean, I can wait, right? Obviously, I'm not wishing ill will, but, in that moment, I'm like, just to feel, right? Just to feel that feeling of not having, you're tired, you're sick, and, you don't get that break. And sometimes you're just like, oh my God, I just wish, what's it going to be like, right? When you have that time, and it's going to be sad. It's going to fucking suck. And then you're going to feel guilty about having those thoughts. But when you're in the moment, those thoughts occur and you're so frustrated, but you still get up and you still do your shit. Sometimes, like, I was exhausted yesterday. I didn't get my nap. I had to take over for Dan and then do everything else. I had to cook, I had to puree, I had to clean the puree shit, I mean, that's a pain in the ass. And then I got to, monitor him. And if he coughs, I got to go and take, his shit away, right? I got to wait until he's done coughing. And so I do my other shit and then I bring his food back. I mean, the job has gotten more difficult, right? It's just the nature of the beast. And so yesterday I was like, oh my God, I don't remember, I don't remember what it's like to not have responsibilities like that, where you have to get up and take care of somebody else because they aren't able to. I can't remember a time when I didn't have that, And so it's like in those moments, that's all you can think about is, the freedom of just if you're laying there, and I said that, I said that to my friend because she was just being lazy. And I said, I wish I could be lazy. And I think part of the reason why I keep moving all day is not because I have to get shit done, but it's also to keep moving because I have to keep moving. I can't, it's more disappointing to be lazy and being interrupted all the time. It's harder. So if I keep moving, I'm already in the motion of doing things. The minute I sit down and then it's like, oh, I gotta do this. He was talking about, not being able to relax. And the only time I can relax is when he's in bed. Because I know, right, that now that he's in bed, it's Dan's job at this point, and I'll wake up and then I have morning and have everything until I take care of everything until I go to sleep, right? So it's kind of the same way where he has more pressure in the middle of the night than I do. But I have the pressure of everything else until I fall asleep. So, and that's where, we were talking about the sex and we were talking about, sometimes I'm just so exhausted to have to give, right? And sometimes you feel like you have to give to that other person because the other person needs it and wants it, but you just don't have it in you, right? And I don't want to feel like I have to give, right? And that's where I'm at, like right now in my healing. It's hard, I hear him coughing, I hear him making sounds, I hear all these things, and it's hard. It's like still in my head, like I can't shut down, right? And doing one more thing is like, I don't have the energy, I just don't have the energy because I'm just sucked dry from doing everything for everybody else. And so women's bodies, mine shuts down. It's like, I don't need that one thing, because I'm so fucking tired. Just to be able to have to do that right now sounds like, oh my God, horrible. And that has to do with a whole bunch of shit, right? And sometimes it's hard to shut off from him because, I'm always listening, right? I'm the one who's found, you know, him in certain situations that have been horrible, right? Do I get time to myself? Elizabeth, time to myself is like, you know, when I'm out in the yard, that's time when the caregivers are here, you know. I get the luxury of being able to leave, you know, and run errands. Um, and that's when we do it. Time to ourselves, what is that? We don't really have time. Every day is the same day for us. Every day, you know, I might, like yesterday, I went and saw my nuggets, my niece and my nephews. And that was, you know, a couple hours. I went and saw a soccer game. And that's the stuff. We get couple hours here and there. That's what we get. And, you know, most of my time is spent doing stuff for the house or, you know, for the family. It's not like, you know, I'm sitting back luxuriously, you know, just taking time for myself. I'll go get acupuncture for my pain. I do PT for all my shit. That's the type of stuff. But like, I don't know, like, and so yes, we do get those moments. And Dan goes and he gets his lunch. He gets out of the house. You know, he'll go to CVS 5 times, the gas station. You know, do I like Skittles? Yes. Wild berry, sour. Thank you. So, you know, we get our little moments of break. And, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes I give him a blow up doll. I have one actually. It's like having a newborn, but worse, you know. It's worse, California Vic. Newborn's at least shit, you know. It's hard to, you know, with him, it's hard, you know. It's hard. This is hard. And I'm old, taking care of somebody, you know. It's like, it's harder when you're older, you know. It is. Like this morning, I was having difficulty changing him. He was dead asleep this morning, and his body is never relaxed at night. Like he's not... You know, if you picked up his arm, you know, if you picked up my arm in the middle of the night, it would drop, right? You pick up his arm and he's like this, you know, he doesn't move. He's so stiff. And so changing his diaper is very fucking difficult and very frustrating, especially when he doesn't move and especially when he's like just kind of dead to the world. And so it's really hard to get it on. He's very stiff. Everything's very stiff. And he's always now with his knees up. It's very rare, or his legs are always crossed in bed. So to try to pry them open, you know, is difficult. So it's really hard right now, right? Everything is hard. It's not easy. It's not easy. The easy part of the days are when he's zoning out and he's just sitting there. But everything else, you know, eating's now more difficult. You have to be around to make sure he's okay. Does he have an electric bed? Yes. Yes. From Medicare, Medi-Cal, whatever he's on. Medicare. So it's harder, you know? It's harder. And so, yeah, he's never been able to relax to change a diaper. But yes, you know, things are going to progressively get worse and worse and worse. And, you know, yesterday when you're frustrated and when you got shit to do and you're thinking, God damn, you know, God damn, what am I doing? This is hard. You know, my aches and pains, my hands hurt all the time. It's hard to grip, you know, it's hard to move. And sometimes you know, you have to be forceful to get their body open, right? Because he doesn't open. It's like this. And to try to get you know, you have to, you know, and then they go back and it's like, keep them open. You know, it's hard. It's not easy. And it's only going to get harder, unfortunately. This is just the beginning. Yeah. No, it's harder than most people know. If you haven't done it, you have no fucking idea. You just get a little glimpse into the real world. We don't show everything, right? Because dignity. Calling food slop has nothing to do with dignity. Talking about bowel movements and stuff like that has nothing to do with dignity. Because for us, it's important, and Ed would want to have his moments teachable, right, for other people. It's normal. It's what caregivers are dealing with. They're dealing with bathroom accidents. They're dealing with the inability to understand how to push and to get it out of your body, you know? So, yeah, babies are easier. Babies are easier. I would go without the sleep to have a baby. Then this is harder. Babies also can do things, you know, and tender skin, which may care. And it's hard because, you know, they're also the skin, you know. The other day I was trying to keep his legs apart so I can put, you know, he's just always wants to cross his legs, right? So it's hard when you're trying to put on his pants, you have to go like this and keep your legs apart, okay, I will. And then he's trying to cross them when you're putting, it's frustrating, right? And so I went to open his legs, my hands, you slip. And I was like, great. Nothing happened. It didn't break the skin, but it's hard and their skin's so sensitive. And when you have to, like, when their bodies become stiff and you have to use force, it's harder, because it's like their skin and you don't want to hurt them, but it's like, you got to open, And the ulcers, we haven't had any, thank God, and hopefully knock on wood, we haven't had any. Yeah, and it's hard because you do bruise them, because you can't help it. I mean, it's just their skin anyway. And he bruises himself. His bruising is happening on his elbows because he keeps them in one place. So he's bruising himself. And people are always like, his arms are so bruised up. It takes nothing. It takes nothing. Even banging it on his hospital bed bruises him. It just, and he's stiff. And so, you have to, his legs don't bruise as easy as his arms, which is really weird because I think the skin's a little bit harder. Yeah, so hard to open, like, especially when he's in bed. I mean, his body is always stiff. He's still better off here. Yeah. It's hard. So it's a struggle. I do my best I can, and it's frustrating and it gets you, and when you're dealing with your own shit and everything else, it's hard, and you have those moments, and I share those. I used to be so afraid at the beginning to say my real feelings and my real emotions because of the judgment and people wanting to just classify me as this horrible bitch. But people and caregivers need to know, past and future caregivers and present caregivers need to understand that these are normal feelings. We all do it, and we all do it. So it's not abnormal. And if you come and say you've never done it or you've never said that, you're a liar, and I don't believe you. From lifting, yeah, it happens. Thank you for the taps. No, and I just started, learning to just speak more freely. And I get criticized if I'm perfect. I get criticized if I'm not. I get criticized. It doesn't matter. Just being quiet, I would get criticized. So I eventually just built the courage, and I got this self-confidence that I don't give a fuck, and I don't care what I say. I, like, if you want to use it against me and mince my words, that's on you. But I'm secure in myself. Like I tell my husband, don't tell me what people are saying. I don't give a fuck, and if you're going to believe them and get sucked in, then that's on you. But I don't care. I say things. If you want to ask me a question, then I'll tell you what I said. I'll tell you the correct way I said it, not the way they wrote it to you. I don't hide things. I mean, he could watch these at any time, and I'm human, so I don't have scripts. Am I going to say inappropriate things at times? Yes. Am I going to mean it in a way which most of you know it's not bad, but those of you who just want to bitch at something are going to say, this is what I said. Can you believe it? She doesn't want to take care of Ed. Your opinions are like assholes. Everybody has them. Be nice. Try to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. I don't care what you say. Right? But you don't know the people who you might offend and who might take it a little too personally and who might already be struggling with their mental health, and your comment may put them over the edge. And if you can live with that, that's on you. But I would never want to be responsible for that one. Fabs, thank you. Yeah, it gets tougher and tougher, and I'm going to share my emotions, whether my husband likes it, whether his family likes it. My emotions are valid. My emotions are real. And I know it helps a lot of you going through the same bullshit. And why would I want to blow sunshine up your ass and say, oh, I don't know why you're having a problem with it. Really? Like, okay, weirdo. No, that's not me. I get it. I see you. I feel you. And I understand. And those of you who lost your person and feel guilty, don't. Because you know why? You did the best you could. And they wouldn't hold it against you. We all lose our shit. We've lost them on our husbands. We've lost them on our children. It doesn't change our heart, right? It doesn't change our heart. And we're still doing it. It's not a massage issue. He's almost 100. Yeah, it's not massage. I mean, I massage his feet when after every shower, because he gets we don't think like you. Okay, Chirp. This is. Don't get rid of Chirp yet. Chirp says, as a caregiver working with hospice for the past 25 years, sorry, hun, we don't think like you. We have the anger built up like you. We become caregivers to help those that need us, not criticism. Chirp. That's your job. I'm not getting paid for what I'm doing. I'm taking care of a family member. Completely different. Not the same. Keep watching. Be a fan. Stay bothered. You can't compare caring for a family member versus a profession and doing it outside of a home for strangers. It's completely different. Completely different, babe. Completely. Yeah, and you're getting paid, Turp. That's your job. That's your chosen profession. If you did think about like things, but you probably do think them, you're just not honest with yourself. There's no way, as a caregiver, even in the professional field, you don't get frustrated with your job. You're full of shit. Yeah, nice to meet you. When you become truthful and can look at yourself for the person you really are, then you can come back. But until then, take a hike. Because I don't swallow bullshit. I can see a fucking stink when your writing is exactly what that's scareful. That's scary. Turp, what you should worry about is people looking up your profile and showing your work, your ugliness. Interesting, huh? You think your professional office would love to see this side of you? Because if you're doing this to strangers on the internet, I can only imagine how you treat your residents. Bye is B-Y-E. Yeah, and you better leave because I got people looking. I always feel like somebody's watching you. Mm-hmm. 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 You notice they didn't like that, right? Those professional people, you know, they got to come in and be full and talk shit. But then when you mention their job and how their bosses might get involved, they don't like that, do they? They leave. I'm telling you, people think they can come in and say what they want to say, but my wit will outwit them. My facts will outshine because they don't have one fucking leg to stand on. Damn twerp. Let a guy take a shower. That damn twerp. He got in the way of Nate's shower time. Sorry, Nate. How's the wedding plans done? Everything's done. Yeah, everything's done. Everything's reserved. Everything. The only thing we have to work on now is bridal shower. Yeah, everything's planned. We got everything. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. Everything's done. Thanks to a great mother-in-law and thanks to a great wedding planner. Yes, Emily, you too. Everything's already planned. It's crazy. It's like, what do you do now? The Frankenbeans. The Frankenbeans had to be put off. So basically now is foods. Everything's been hired out and reserved. We're done. So Hannah, I think Hannah did the save the dates. I haven't seen the bill yet on that, but maybe she didn't do it this weekend. I tried to call her, but she put me to voicemail. So I'm just waiting. Save the dates are next. Yeah. Yeah, save the dates. Save the dates. I'm trying to accumulate some wine to bring to the wedding, little things or the rehearsal. So I'll be doing stuff that like that. Yeah, like flower, the design of everything. We don't need to buy anything for decorations or everything's done. Like we have everything. It's crazy to think about. We just have like the mother-in-law is like me, so they like things done and planned. She took the time, they went, they have time. They're just them. So they were able to go test food and, and with the advice of the wedding planner who she's family friends, it was just they did it. It was great. It was great. Yeah. So next up is save the dates. Then will be invitations. And then as probably the end of the year, we'll start thinking about bridal shower and trying to get that done. I think I'm gonna what's the menu? Barbecue. Yeah, barbecue. We decided, well, Justin came home the other weekend and he tested. There was, the mother in law had it down to 2 places. And Justin ate, not knowing, hi, Brandy, not knowing which one was which, and he chose the barbecue place. So tri tip, chicken, caprese skewers, meatballs. I mean, it's everything. Like we have an app meal that will go out during happy hour, and then Caesar salad. He wanted mashed potatoes and green beans, I think. Yeah. So it's like, and rolls and cornbread, I think. I don't know what they did. And so Justin kind of had the final say, which was great because, they should have some, who's really, so I think the parents liked the other place, but he liked this tri-tip. So she was like, okay, either way. So yes. And Hannah, I love tri-tip. Hannah loves tri-tip too. So she's like, that's fine. She likes she's like, anyway, very basic, she's like, she doesn't like, she didn't want anything too elaborate. And I think it's very fitting. And they know the guy who does it anyway. He used to work a lot with the football games with John, the father, who was very involved, and he's still a coach at the football. He has his job, and then anyway, he's very involved with the school and school sports and stuff like that. So he's worked with this guy before. So yeah, it's great. It's great. Everything just came together so quickly, and it's nice to know that everything's done. For the most part. I love tri-tip. When she said tri-tip, I'm like, yeah, I'm in. I'm in. I love me some tri-tip. Hi Dax. And they said it's like melt in your mouth. And I'm like, I'm really upset because they had burnt ends, which was an appetizer. And I was like, I love me some burnt ends, brisket burnt ends. Oh my God, give me the burnt ends. But he said it was really difficult to do because I think right now there's 230 invitations going out. Or no, 230 people. Invitations are probably like 100. I was like, I would vote for the burnt ends, but the guy said it's really hard if you have 200 people to produce that. So no burnt ends. I love me some burnt ends. Costco had a thing. I don't know if they still have it at burnt ends. Oh my God. So good. So anyway, I'll be happy. Yeah. Slobber over some burnt ends. Oh yeah, dip it in the mashed potatoes. And I do when I cook tri-tips at home, I cut off the butts and I eat them. And then I cut it up. Yes, I eat the burnt ends on the tri-tip too. I don't let anybody get it. The burnt end is like the end of the meat that gets crispy because it's not as meaty, Oh, so good. I love that. That's like my style. Burnt ends, tri-tip. I love me some brisket. I think they're doing a pork shoulder too. They're doing pork, so pork chicken and tri-tip. We don't have an Aldi's. But yes, I love me some burnt ends. I ate the whole thing from Costco. I don't know if they still. God damn, River. I am a Southerner, girl. I'm from Nashville. I was conceived, penetrated, and born in Nashville, Tennessee, and my mama's family still lives there. So that's me. I love me some Southern. I love me some greens. I love me some grits. I love the pork butt. I love the pork butt. I love a good pork butt. My aunt does a good pork butt in Nashville. Oh God, pork butt. And it looks like one cheek. Oh God, it's so good. I do have a pig and it makes me sad sometimes because I'm like, oh, this is Millie's, This is Millie's, one of Millie's descendants, Poor Mills. A pork butt is good. Slow and low. Slow cooked. Oh, and it just falls apart and you put it in your mouth and it just melts. I love me a pig butt. I went 4 miles. I ran 4 miles today. Yeah. That's been my staple lately, and I don't know how I'm doing it. 4 miles. Oh, low and slow. Oh, I love me a pork butt. Um, I don't think we get I don't think we get pork butts here. I'm sure we do, but in the South it's like you get pork butts. I don't know. I love me some greens. My friend makes me some greens. My family doesn't do greens, but I love greens. I love me some greens. Mac and cheese and yams. I do like some yams. Collards. I love me some collards. Oh my God. Oh, the pork shoulder is good too. I love pig. I do. Millie, I love you too. I literally love pig. I love to eat it and I love them as pets. All the beans. Give me all the beans. A good baked bean. God damn. I love black eyed peas. I love all that shit, you guys. I don't know. It's my southern roots. Um, I love grits. I love grits. I love grits. And not everybody loves grits. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. Fried okra. Oh, girl, you're pushing a little bit. I tried to like the okra. Fried is better than regular. Um, God, one time I think Dan was with us. Uh, I don't know. I don't remember, but I remember my aunt and uncle. We went. One of my aunts lives in Pulaski, Tennessee. And if you don't know, but the accent in Pulaski is so southern. It's so bad. It's the home of the KKK. I love fresh garden tomatoes, Betty. Oh, with all that food, give it to me now. Anyway, um, they brought they took us to this place, and it was like a hole in the wall, and it was packed as all shit, and it was like a buffet type style. And she's like, "Oh, you love it." I can't remember if it was my mom or Dan. Could have been Dan because I just the freak out was Dan related, like what I remember. Frog legs was he's like, "What the hell is this?" Don't ask. Just keep moving. Frog legs. I mean, that's southern, right? Frog legs. I've never had one of those. I cannot eat a little. I've never frog legs. Yet can't do it. And he freaked the fuck out. He was like, "This, what kind of place? What kind of hillbilly crook? What kind of hillbilly fucking place?" It was so southern. It was ridiculous. So southern. And southern is no health, right? The only thing healthy in that place was a bag of iceberg lettuce with the shredded carrots and the cabbage in between it. That was it. Bag open and thrown in. That was the only thing. Oh, grits, not Fritz, grits. Kylie, I don't know if y'all have grits. It's a completely southern. It's a southern thing. Grits. It's like what is it? Cornmeal? What is it? What is it? I don't even know what it is really, but it's like really grainy, and you have to make it right because if you don't make it, yeah, okay, ground corn, and if you don't make it right, it's not good. But you put some people put salt and pepper in it, but a lot of butter. Oh, you want the butter. Oh, butter in it. I mean, you could even put a soft boiled egg on top of it. Oh, hot diggity damn, it's so good. People put cheese. I'm not a cheese person. I just want butter in mine. Butter. God damn, it's so good. Gravy, everything, and yeah. No, fried egg. I want, if I put the grits, you in the rice cooker. Oh my God, Joseph, now I want some grits. I don't know how to make it good though. My grits are always like stuck together. I've done the sugar, but I don't know. I'm just plain butter. Plain butter. Yeah, pintos. I love any type of bean, really. Garbanzo. I like it all. Um, it's kind of like a porridge, I guess, but it depends on what. It's not like oatmeal. It's not like oats. It's like a ground corn, so it's really grainy, and you want it like some people put milk in it. Um, oh, I want some grits. So what I have done before is I put in a restaurant. I will get a what do they call it? A sunny side up egg, but yolky. So when you eat it, the yolk goes in the grits with the butter. A big fucking thing of salted butter. Now, only thing I have in my house is salted butter. I will not do anything unsalted. Beacon Light Tea Room, the fried chick and homemade peach preserves. Oh, Anita. Oh, you put some sausage. I could eat it, but I don't want it inside it. I want it on the side. I want it on the side. I don't want anything in my grits but an egg, possibly. And sometimes I get weird about that. I don't know. Grits are just different to me. Oatmeal, put everything in the fucking oatmeal. Like, I like everything in the oatmeal. I want everything in the oatmeal. I want nuts. I don't want shrimp in my grits. I can't do that either. I'm really weird with my grits. I just want, in my oatmeal, I want nuts. I want peanut butter. I want fucking cinnamon. I want high blood pressure. It's so bad. Salt. I love salt. I need salted butter with everything. God dang. Grits is a yes. Grits is it's a breakfast. Oh, I want grits. No, nothing, Anita. I said nothing inside mine. Bacon on the side. Is it like cream of wheat? I don't know. Kind of, I guess. Kind of. I mean, it's kind of that texture. Kind of, yeah, but not really. I mean, it's not because it's wheat and it's corn, you know, but yes, kind of. It's that consistency. Yeah, but more gritty. Grits are more gritty. Grits are more gritty. Yeah, do I work out every day? Yes. Yes, I do. It's important for me. It's important to keep those muscles up. I gotta lift a man. That's dead weight. And I think he's gaining weight. Somebody's like, oh my God, his face looks lean. He's eating more food, right? Like, you don't understand what I make him. This man is eating more food. Like, it's literally doubling his side of food because you can put more in a fucking shake or in a slop than you can anything. Like, when I do his, when I do his dessert, like, sometimes I can't thicken enough, so I put like 2 big cookies in it, you know, or 2 brownies. I mean, he's literally eating more food than he was when he was eating food. This guy is gonna get big. Like, his belly was, I'm like, holy shit. He's gonna be heavier for me to lift. And I thought for sure the pooping was gonna be better. And no, I mean, like, I thought the pooping would be better. Yesterday was not. It's still not working right. Cause I mean, everything, like, what the fuck? But I was like, Dan, I was telling my Zoomies, I was like, you know, he's literally eating more food all mixed up. Like, he's eating double what I would give him normally. And normally was a lot of food because, you know, I'm trying to get everything in there, protein and vitamins. And then, you know, you got to thicken it and you got to put more, like, he's calorically, I bet you he's like double his calories. People are like, oh, he's getting thinner. No, impossible. If anything, he's getting heavier. And I feel it too. Like, he's solid. And when he's dead weight, man, it's hard. So I gotta do, sometimes I have one protein powder that's a fruit punch. So I only use that for dessert, but I need to get like a chocolate protein powder just to help too. For groceries to be delivered now, your food talk has me wanting to order 20 more things. I know, and I had 2 orders. I did a Sam's Club order and I did a Walmart order, and I fucking forgot the oats. I do quick oats for Ed in the morning time. I put oats in it, and out of everything I needed, I forgot the oats. He doesn't need fiber. Everything is fiber. I just boiled potatoes and yams. He gets spinach. He gets tomatoes. He gets fruit. Apples, oranges, bananas. The guy, strawberries, I have frozen strawberries. He gets grapes. The guy is not starving for any food group. It's literally all in these 3 meals a day. You should see, I'm going to start videoing what I do for him in a day. And you guys are going to be like, holy fucking shit, Danielle, really? Back from when I was seeing it. I know, it's hard. The big men, Audrey. I mean, my hands hurt. Hell, you can put it right here. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
So like, it's pure, everything I puree. Yeah, everything I pureed. Can you come for lunch? Do you like it? I tasted, yeah, Jen, I tasted it this morning because I was showing my Zoomies. I was like, everybody's like, do you taste it? Like they're pissed off. Like I'm making him suffer or something. He loves it. Like every time he eats it, he's like, this is so good. I make sure that everything goes like, I think about, okay, what would I do? What would I eat? How would I eat it? And how would I put it together? And that's what I do, right? I think about what I would put together in his meal, and he's puree. Everything pureed is exactly what I would put in his meal, in his blender. It's just more and more. So I boiled potatoes and yams yesterday, so that way I can add them to my stuff. But I forgot the damn freaking oats. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. My Sam's Club order is here, and I'm pissed.
How about maybe can you rate me on the app?
I sure will. Thank you.
Okay.
So I'm like, and then I literally, yeah, I boiled them, and then I just put them in the blender. Like this morning I added yams, avocados. I put like everything in there, you guys. I mean, I don't skimp. And I showed my Zoomies. Oh, I want crystals. And I tasted it this morning. It's good. It was good. I mean, my shit is good. Like I could eat these meals. You know what I mean? We'll add some nuts on top of it. Oh God, I love that. I've been eating a lot of nuts too. I've been craving protein. So I'll show you what I got really quick. This is just my Sam's Club order. And then I couldn't get a lot of stuff. Oh, you know what I found out too is I mean, I'm telling you, like sometimes his food's not ready, right? Or my food's not ready for him. So, canned chicken, you guys, canned chicken. Canned chicken is a great way to add protein. Canned chicken, right? More tomatoes, because I put tomatoes in. These are for me. These look good. I like to put these in my yogurt, my Greek yogurt. I got some peanuts. I got some cashews. Pistachios, because I make my little mixes. I went crazy. I make my own like trail mixes together. Gotta have the cuties because Grandpa's eating them. I got turkey. I got chicken. And I got a pack of Capri Suns. So that's just there. Toilet paper's on the way. And then I got all the other incidental stuff. And then I forgot the oatmeal. So I need to get oatmeal. Gobble a bag of crystals. Oh, cheese crystals. Cheese crystals, please, with chili and onions. Thank you. And so, you know, and I can also, if Dan, you know, I feel like I don't want to puree, Dan can always, I can give him a sandwich. It's ground turkey. So ground turkey too. So I got canned chicken, just so you know. Canned chicken is great for the protein. So yesterday I was like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Like I have tuna I can use. I have canned chicken. I was like, I'm going to use some canned chicken because my food wasn't done yet. And so I put canned chicken in there, and then I put a whole bunch of vegetables and then all that stuff. So just good information. Also, it's good to ground turkey, ground beef, whatever. And then you can add those in there too. I do put lunch meat in there. I wonder if a person like Granny who likes everything separate on the plate would go for blended. I don't know. Ed mixes everything together. So I try to make now just extra stuff to have, like the ground turkey and stuff like that. But I also bought that canned chicken just for emergencies. They have canned salmon. They have all that stuff. So you can add. Like that's to me is dinner. Lunch, it's weird. I try to plan out his purees. Deviled ham in a can. No, I have not. But I did use some lunch meat for his protein, and he loves it, and it doesn't taste bad. People, I mean, all that is what happens in your stomach anyway, you know. And he likes it. I made his dessert the other day. My phone's dying, but I'm gonna have to go. I made his dessert yesterday, and there was I put 2 peanut butter and jelly cookies, the Bojos or whatever. I had to put 2 of them in there, his Ensure, and then I put like a little bit of a banana to thicken it up. And I think that was it. And peanut butter. And he was like, oh my God, this is so good. Do I season it? No. I don't season it. No. Because the natural tastes blend together are great. Right? So like yesterday, I had seasoning in my vegetables that I put in there because I gave him some of the meal. I didn't give him the beef, but I gave him because the beef was a little fatty. And so I just put the canned chicken in there. And then I put my vegetables that have flavor in it, and it wasn't bad. So you guys, those are like little ideas that you can use when you're blending if you have to blend. And he loved it. I mean, every time he eats it, he's like, this is really good. Never complained about anything. And so people are also very upset that I don't separate the proteins from the veggies from the fruits. That's a you problem. Because whenever I did it in a bowl for Ed or a plate, guess what he did? He mixed it all together. For him, he likes mixture. He mixes. I'm a mixer too, so that's why I don't think I do have put canned chicken in the turkey meat. No, I wouldn't do that. I mean, I just wouldn't because I do it how I would taste it. You know, I make his meals according to what I think I would taste, right? Or what I would want in my meals. I love spinach. I love avocado. I love tomatoes. I love cucumber. I love, turkey meat or lunch meat, whatever I put in it. Like for lunch, it's more lunchy for me. It's more like fruits, maybe asparagus, spinach. Spinach is the basis of everything. Lunch meat and avocado, something like that. And it's tasty. You don't need seasoning. You guys, you don't need, everybody's like, I hope you're seasoning it. I don't need to season it. It tastes good. And I don't want him to cough, right? Because if you season it, some of those spices make it cough. Doesn't change under. People are so bothered by the mixing it. Can you at least separate it for him? Please don't show me that mixture. Why are you calling it slop? Because it looks like slop. I called it slop. Oh my God. And now because you guys don't like it, slop is, So I put it all in a blender. I have a Ninja blender and I blend it up. This morning for breakfast, I gave him a half avocado. I gave him spinach. I put some yams in there. I put some kefir, strawberry kefir, which is a probiotic drink, yogurt, real fresh yogurt, strawberry kefir. And then I put oats in it and an apple. I cut up an apple, threw it in there. Oh my God, it's so good. I tasted it. I was like, this is good. Like I could really eat this. So it really, if you taste your stuff, it's not bad. You don't need to season it. If you taste that canned turkey meat or chicken meat, it's very like salty. So that adds the flavor to the fruits and the veggies that go in it. It's great. Try it. I mean, it's not bad. Everybody's like assuming like and he's enjoying it. And that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what you think or what you don't like. It matters that he likes it. You've been researching the Australian, trying to figure out what the hell this Southern food is. Really fattening and greasy. So yes, anyway, he loves it. He loves it. He loves everything I'm making.
Huh?
He loves it. He thinks it's, every time I take it away, he's like, that was good. You know what I caught him doing? When he drops his food, he literally wipes it off and licks his finger. He hasn't done that. Normally when he would drop food, he would put it aside to clean it up. The last couple days, I've seen him, take it from the table and lick it. Like, I was like, that's a sign of like loving it, right? So it's insane. It's insane. And I love watching him do that. I giggled. I'm like, what is he doing? And sure enough, he went like this. He never did that when he dropped food. What does that tell you? He never did that when he dropped food. He would always put it in a corner and he'd be like, I got to clean this up, Now he's wiping his finger off the plate, off the mat and licking it. I mean, hello, he doesn't like it. Do I use a crock pot? No, I haven't needed one yet. Deep fat fried. My husband is a good person. Thank you, Nan Garhar, for telling me my husband's a good person. Nobody ever said my husband wasn't a good person. Again, remember, it's you guys that are wanting to make a statement thinking I don't think my husband's a good person. I love my husband. Obviously, I'm married to him. So, have I tried it? Yes, I try almost everything I make. Yep, and I think it's good. Blend myself with some fruit. I can't have ice cream in the house. I just can't have it. If I have ice cream, it has to be that day. Because if I have ice cream, Dan eats it, and it's not going to be available for Ed. So I don't buy that stuff because I can't keep it in the house for Dan, his health, and all that stuff. So if I have ice cream, it's like a small one for myself. But no, no, it's just not the way it is. I make him what he's eating and his dessert, and it's really good. I have brownies. I put brownies in his Ensure, which is chocolate or vanilla. Sometimes he gets a fruit shake with lots of stuff. There's always some sort of cookie or something in it. My neighbor dropped off a whole bunch of muffins. The other day he got vanilla milkshake, 2 blueberry muffins inside of it, homemade by my neighbor, and a little bit of banana. And he devoured it. He was like, this is good, So this is his new way, and he loves licking. I mean, he also goes in the fucking bowl. I mean, he loves it. I think about what foods would go well together, what I would eat, and that's what goes in the blender. And half the time it is what I'm eating, right? If I don't have spinach, he gets the romaine lettuce I have cut up. He gets carrots, he gets everything, shredded carrots. I mean, it's great. Make a salad, what you would put in a salad, put it in there. I don't put onions in there though, because it wouldn't do well. But basic stuff. I'm trying to think about what I can do with hard-boiled eggs for him. I guess I can kind of make like an egg salad type of a thing in there with spinach, boiled eggs, maybe some chicken broth. I'm trying to think about something like that I can do with some eggs. I'm just trying to think, of different things. But that's just me, right? I create more work for myself because I want him to enjoy it since he's not eating food, and that's important to me. It's important to me that he likes it. Just right. Just make a big thing, split it, and then you have it for the rest of the day. I don't want him eating that whole thing the rest of the day. I want him having different tastes. That's me. I'm making it harder for myself. I know, because I could do it at the beginning of the day, do a big blend, and then split it. But I just don't. I don't know. I just don't want to do that yet. I like him to have a breakfast puree. I like him to have a lunch puree, and I like him to have a dinner puree, because everything, there's the base of it, but everything else changes. The protein change and stuff like that. That's just me. And like dessert. So like yesterday, I made a really rich dessert for him. I had a vanilla Ensure. I put a couple brownies in it, and I put peanut butter? And it was really, so he ate half of it. He was like, and he was coughing, and I was like, okay, we're done. So I saved that half for the next day, for the next meal, for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. And so that was nice because I didn't have to clean up doing that. So he has been eating my food for years. So it had thickened because I put thickener in it, so it thickened up. It was more like a ice cream. I have cottage cheese. Yep, I use cottage cheese. I have different yogurts. I have juices. I just bought a whole thing of, Capri Suns to sweeten it even more. So no, I do it, people. I do it all. And it's really important to me that I just do it my way. I like it. And he likes it. And it's healthy as fuck. And more food. I know, I'm spending a ton of money. I mean, I probably go through 4 large spinaches a week. That's a lot. Yeah. So anyway, okay, I gotta go. I love you guys. We'll see you tonight. Have a great Monday. I'll share my different recipes with you of what I do for my slop. Anyway, love you. Bye. Hi, Mary.